Welcome to the back,
To the back,
to the back
to the back
podcast.
I feel like I have boogers in my.
I double checked I didn't have boogers like
I don't.
5 times this morning because I don't know what it's been recently, but I've been noticing some. You know what I didn't tell you? Sorry. Welcome to another episode of the podcast.
We already welcomed them. We don't have
I
to
know,
welcome
but
them twice.
what I was about to go into is guess what I had to deal with this morning. When I got up to put some of my dishes up, cockroach, had to kill it in the.
A water bug?
No, it was a cockroach.
Ooh.
It was a big ass water bug if it wasn't a cockroach. Then as I go to lay down, I'm still waking up in general because it's still early, early in the morning. I get up early. I notice on my Luca jersey hanging to the left of me a fucking spider, and not a really small one, like a decently sized spider.
I'm sorry.
And I have huge arachnophobia, even though Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. Huge arachnophobia. And literally, I saw a spider and I panicked. I went shit. And so I ran. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I saw my Christmas Glade spray,
Yeah.
and I got it in my whole
Now
bed.
your jersey's gonna be messed
Well, I mean,
up.
it's fine. Now Lucas smells like pine, but I just sprayed
Are you
my
sure
whole
you
bed.
got it?
Yeah, no, I killed it because I sprayed it enough to stop moving. Then I got a cord because it was in between the bed and the wall, and so I gently did it up, and then I got a tissue and then crumpled it. And I was so mad because that's the second bug I had to touch
For the day.
with tissue for the day before I even ate.
And I mean,
No person should have to kill 2 bugs or 2 living things before they have breakfast.
well, you know,
that
there's
is
gonna,
my
you know,
hot
there's gonna be
take.
people in the comments
It's my
saying you're not
hot
supposed to
take.
kill spiders. You're supposed to release them.
There was no way I could mentally and physically release a spider that early in the morning.
At least it died by Christmas. Death by Christmas.
If it would be nice to go out. Actually, we have 2 people who died during Christmas.
Yeah,
so
no,
never
it's
mind.
actually the worst.
Happy early Juneteenth.
Juneteenth, yeah.
We're not gonna do all of this episode about Juneteenth, but this is definitely an episode we want to talk about Juneteenth with. And I wanted to open just start off with what is
You
it?
should probably explain what Juneteenth is because I know it became
Yeah,
a
that's what I
national
was gonna say,
holiday a few
yeah.
years ago. But as someone who grew up in Texas, it was weird to me that people outside of Texas didn't know what Juneteenth was. So are you gonna?
I thought you were gonna say
no,
that.
I thought you were.
Do you want me to or no?
Well, I mean, that's what you're
I
looking
don't.
up, right?
No, I was actually doing something else.
Um,
I'll say it. Juneteenth. I just want to get it right. Get the correct date. Obviously, it's June 19th.
it's June 19th, yes.
But it was 1866, I believe.
Good, okay, yeah, 1866.
Yeah, 1866. Basically, it's the actual, not really, because there's still Jim Crow laws, and that could be a whole episode.
Yeah.
But it was basically, or technically, the end of slavery officially in America, and what should be recognized as the true Independence Day instead of 4th of July, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because that's when the non-white man was officially independent.
Yes.
And it was the end of slavery in Texas. 'Cause we were the
last
one. We were
yes.
the holdout. Texas was a holdout.
The slaves in Texas were the last.
And
to
it's
be
at the
freed.
end of the Civil War.
Well, I mean, the Civil War was actually over.
Yeah,
it was 2 years after. 3 years
it really
after?
wasn't over because we were still holding
Yeah.
out. But yeah, it's the Emancipation Day.
And then what is it? I was gonna say, where is it? I can't remember her name. I mean, it was started by Christian churches as a celebration, but where is it? Obviously, we were the first state to recognize Juneteenth.
Yeah.
But then it was I cannot remember her name. There's a lady here in Texas that would march I think she still does. I think she's still
I
alive.
learned that in my Black Studies class in college.
And it was her marching for it to be observed, as a national holiday that got it there.
Well, what I was gonna say was like I said, Juneteenth should be America's true holiday, because instead of July 4th, because like I said, officially it was only Independence Day for white men. That's what July 4th was, not everybody else, especially the black man and black woman. Well, I was gonna say Frederick Douglass. Shout out Frederick D.
Mm-hmm.
He said this in 1852. What to the American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him, more than all other days in the year, the gross injustice and cruelty to which he is a constant victim.
Yeah.
And that was 14 years before Juneteenth. And so, like, that's what I went open with. Like, because the only thing I like about 4th of July is the food. I hate the fireworks.
God,
I hate
fireworks.
I don't like red, white, and blue. I like
Yeah.
those colors individually and sometimes them two together.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't like the fireworks. I don't like how patriotic it is. Like, it grosses me out.
It's not
The
patriotism.
only thing I
It's
like is the
nationalism.
food and the hot dog eating contest because shout out Joey Chestnut. That is it.
Yeah.
Because I don't recognize that as my Independence Day because it's not.
Yeah.
Juneteenth is.
Yeah.
And it's really sad that most Americans probably don't even know it is, or at least the significance of it.
Well, like I said, it was made a national holiday at the end of Obama's presidency, and it was Opal Lee. I knew her name,
Yeah.
but I just like couldn't remember
Opal's
it.
a great name.
It is.
It's a granny name.
But she's a racial justice advocate, and I guess it wasn't actually. Was it actually established? It wasn't actually. The Senate unanimously passed it in 2021. I thought it was. I think it started while Obama was in office.
But
just
wanted to recognize Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Because we'll be dropping. It will be dropping we're recording on June 4th, so 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. It should be dropping on the 8th, a little over a week before. And because the next one after this will be more centralized around Father's Day.
Right.
But we wanted to get a Juneteenth in there. And also, we haven't mentioned it, but shout out LGBTQ+.
Yeah, we're going to do a Pride episode too.
Pride, everything under...
There's a lot going on
and
in
then
this
also
month.
It's National Men's Health Awareness. So we probably should touch on that at some point, but I just wanted to shout those out. No, we haven't forgotten about that.
It's a very full month.
Very full month of celebrating. Shout out Mexico. First ever woman president.
Did that actually go through?
It was official, yeah. Okay. Like I think 2 days ago, basically. Happy early Juneteenth. From the To the Back family.
Sure.
Sorry. I don't like you just made
I'm
underscored
hungry.
Me so much.
Like my sugar dropped actually.
Well, my French toast hit today. You know what it tasted like?
French toast?
Yeah, but a little different because I used one of the skinny syrups. I used like a hazelnut one, and it tasted like those frosted chocolate donuts a little bit. Like had that taste of it. I was like, oh my god! And National Donut Day is coming up. June is a great month. It's got National Donut Day.
We're already halfway through the year.
Which
is crazy.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
But yeah. Anything else you wanted to?
No, my brain is. I just told you my sugar dropped drastically, and it's not that I didn't have. I mean, I had a protein shake like I normally do, but I don't know. It's already 80 freaking degrees at 6:30 this morning.
I hate. We're gonna talk. I think we'll probably mention it at least like quad weekly, like every other day.
Episode.
How
until October.
Abominable the weather is here in Texas.
And it's not just like it wasn't just that it was 80 degrees at 6:30 in the morning. It was I literally felt like I was walking into a wet blanket that had just come from the dryer and not dried.
I feel like I'm being steamed.
Yeah, no, I guess it does feel like that's probably more accurate. It feels like a sauna out there, and I don't like them.
Melted.
Yeah.
Speaking of melted, it is National Cheese Day.
Do you just like look up what all the national stuff was before we started?
No, it's just trending. Like that was
speaking of, last night, I had that ravioli thing.
Ravioli, give me the formioli.
Oh my god, actually, I think that episode of SpongeBob was on when I left.
Bro.
What
I would want that actual Mr. Krabs robot.
No, the ravioli I got from Sprouts the other day. Remember I asked Quentin if it was like spicy?
Oh, yeah.
And then I don't know if you remember, I also got a little calzone from Aldi.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like tiny. It's like this big. Right?
Yeah.
And the ravioli thing is like this big. So it was like both like kind of like
it was
together.
Mini Italian night.
Yeah, it was mini Italian. It was so good. That calzone tasted like the cheese inside was like the cheese inside a mozzarella stick.
Amazzi.
Yes, it was It was basically like eating stuffed
I
crust.
go back and forth on whether there's some days I'm like, cheese is amazing. There's some days like, this is a little too much. Cheese is a little
It
overrated.
is
I go
like,
back and
yeah.
forth on like my love of cheese.
It's. I think I could do
I gotta have the
without
right
it.
cheese.
No, I can't because pizza is like one of my favorite
What's your top 3
foods.
cheeses? Go.
My top 3: mozzarella,
Hey, that's in mine.
cheddar,
Um,
preferably mild cheddar.
White cheddar isn't technically a cheese, is it? It's like a made up cheese,
I don't
right?
know.
If it is technically a cheese, because I normally see it in just powder or like flavoring, then that's in my top 3.
And then Parmesan, I guess, for my other one.
Oh shoot, never mind, it's not. So mine's
Like,
mozzarella, Parmesan, and then American. I really love American cheese, and I know I just bash on 4th of July, but like American cheese is the best cheese to put on a burger, and I grew up poor, so I love me them slices, them Kraft American slices. Like I don't care if it's artificial. It's just the artificial or whatever they put in is just gonna make me live longer.
I don't know. I thought about also maybe I'll switch out Parmesan with cream cheese because I really love cream cheese.
But that's not like a. I guess I did type of
It
cheese.
is
I
a
was thinking. I was
cheese.
thinking just like a. Well, that's not because then, yeah, like a good cream cheese, like blueberry cream cheese or cinnamon cream cheese.
And also, it's like what you put on a lot of. I mean, that's what I put on my carrot cake. So
Yeah, no, yeah, I
yeah,
love cream cheese.
yeah. Sorry,
Fair.
but it was just really good.
Whatever it's in those Ritz spreads, with the thin cracker that has the red stick. You know, like
Oh,
the thing.
I think
Either
that's
that or like the
the
little mini breadsticks with those cheese.
yeah.
Those fake cheeses.
That's kind of like the one I eat with. It's that same kind of cheese that I eat with my wheat thins.
Spreadable cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
I like cheese, man. Cheese.
Sorry. I don't know if we should have talked about cheese that much.
We went on a full cheese, man.
I mean, I do know people really,
If
really
we were
love cheese.
if we were a Wisconsin podcast, this would be right in line.
Man, they
Like
really
some
put
of my
cheese on everything.
favorite foods have cheese. Pizza,
Yeah.
cheese. The tuna that I like it when it incorporates cheese.
Yeah.
Whether I like it or not. Burgers are really good. Best one has cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese, man. I even like blue cheese in right circumstances. Right circumstances.
No.
And I really mean blue cheese like it's got to be like the dressing and it's got to have like wings or it's got to be like incorporated with a lot of other things. I don't know, I like tart things. I have an adventurous palate.
You do.
Doritos, Cheetos.
Oh yeah.
Sun Chips, Ruffles.
Cheesy poofs.
Cheesy poofs.
Yeah.
Cheese, man. Cheese is good. My favorite kind of cheese though is the one that gets me rich. What's your
I guess
what's your favorite slang word for money? I don't know. I like paper. Mainly now cuz Atlanta paper boy. Cheese. There's another one. Racks on racks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool ones.
I mean, there's cheddar too. So.
Cheddar.
Yeah,
Cheddar.
that's probably.
There's 2 forms of cheese slang words for money.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm forgetting one.
Benjamins. That was real big when I was growing up.
I was like, that's a
yeah.
That's a throwback. Benjamins.
Now you're gonna look up words for
slang words for money. See how fast this iPhone goes.
Off of that, if we're gonna go like slang, it's completely off topic, but it's just because I was thinking of slang. I was listening to my soul crushing playlist this morning, and Sarah McLachlan's Angel came on, and I don't know. I mean that song is used at so many funerals. And that song's 100% about heroin.
Oh, okay.
And I was listening to this morning, and I'm like, how did I not catch that? Like I've sang that song, listened to that song so many times, and then I'm like, that's 100% heroin. And I think I do vaguely remember an article where she talked about that it was because she'd read like a lot of Rolling Stone articles with artists that like Under the Bridge by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's about heroin. I mean, that's personal to him though, Anthony Kiedis. Like
I knew that was about heroin. I don't know why.
But Angel is 100% about drug use, and I think specifically heroin.
I mean, probably some of the I don't want to say best because I'm saying it's about drugs, but some of the most popular songs are about drugs.
I know, it's crazy.
A lot of artists are drug addicts.
Yeah.
But back to paper. Ones we forgot. Bread's
Bread's
good.
Bread is actually one of my favorites.
Bacon.
No,
Eh.
I don't like bacon. So
Bills.
yeah, I
Dough.
mean, Bills,
Bills.
Destiny's Child, whole song
Bills.
about it.
Bills. Bills.
Yeah,
This one I've maybe heard once in my life. Cabbage.
I think I have heard that.
Anytime I think of cabbage, I only think of Avatar. I can't think of cabbage in any other circumstance. Bank, coin, clams. Clams is
Clams
something
is a
Mr.
good one.
Krabs says.
Yeah.
Benjamins, bankroll, big ones. And the last one on here, actually, I realize is my favorite. Young Moolah, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Because Lil Wayne Moolah. Which also is like moo, cow, cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Was cheese like a hot commodity back in like the 1800s or something? Why
Well,
is
you
it
have
so
like there was like the government cheese, like that's a
government cheese? Yeah.
legitimate thing. Like, so like during the Great Depression, people would stand in line for cheese. Like my grandmother talked about that.
And like, the whole thing about cheese is like it's like fermented and like kind of like you can play along with like how money takes its time to accrue. There's a lot of similarities. And now that I think about it, cheese and money kind of go hand in hand.
You know, there's cheese caves, right? You know about those, right?
No, I don't know what that is.
No, there are caves here in the United States full of cheese.
That's edible?
Yes.
That sounds enticing.
It's the government has put it in there. So like when they talk about that there's a shortage of stuff like that, that's not real.
My God. They're hiding the cheese.
In caves, it's crazy.
Where is that cheese?
I forgot. I want to say I don't remember. I think it's somewhere in the Midwest, but which would make sense.
Well, yeah, of course it has
Yeah.
to be. If it was like in Florida, that'd be crazy.
No, I don't think it would last. It's too
No.
humid there.
And the people there would just take it all.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Yeah.
it's cool. Cheese rant.
Anywho.
I don't know how to transition out of that.
Yeah, I'd transition or anything. What's else been rattling in that noodle of yours as of recently?
It's mind-boggling.
Mind-boggling. What?
Yeah, you know, like when your thoughts get trapped in a bottle.
That's from something.
It's
What
from
is it
Blades of Glory.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
That's what it made me think of when you said rattling in that noodle of yours. Death and despair. I don't
Fair.
know. I mean, I'm not the most I don't know. Generally what goes in my brain is like this how horrible the state of our society is. Or song lyrics and movie TV quotes.
Yeah. That's fair.
So I don't know. I try to think if there's anything. Oh, Mavs. Mavs are in the finals.
Oh yeah, I mean the last.
Well, you wouldn't let me talk about it on the last episode.
It was game 6, game 5, game 5.
Game.
No, game 5. We wouldn't let them get one because we almost swept them. It was only one. We went back and it was game 5. I don't want to talk that ish because like there's a good chance the Celtics.
No, I know we're still the underdogs.
I am proud of the Mavs. I am proud of Luka. I am proud of Kyrie. I am proud of Derek Lively. I am proud of PJ Washington. I am proud of Daniel Gafford. I am proud of Derek Jones Jr. I am proud of Josh Green. I am proud of Maxi Kleba.
Yeah.
I am proud of Dwight Powell. I am proud of Omax. I am proud of Tim Hardaway. I am proud of Jalen Hardy. I am proud of. I'm trying to see if I can get the whole thing. Dante Exum. I am proud of. Oh, I'm forgetting his name. We signed him on like I think a 2-way.
Harden? No, not Harden.
No, I already said Jalen Hardy. He comes in like very like low minutes. He's like a guard. I'll look it up. But you can.
Jason Kidd.
Well, yeah, I'm proud of Jason Kidd. I'm proud of Mark Cuban. I'm proud of Nico.
Yeah.
Like, I am proud of the Dallas Mavs. I am so unbelievably happy. Like I have watched so much and consumed so much Mavs and Luka and Mark Cuban and Kyrie and Derek Jones Jr. and everything content in the past days because I truly believe that if you're lucky enough to see your team make it to the finals like this, especially if they don't do it consistently, you should bask in that glory, whether you win or lose, because you should feel proud to be in that moment, you know?
Well, and
so I want to soak in this time where we are.
Well, it's also for us that even when we're doing well, even over these years, even this season, there was no acknowledgement of it.
Exactly.
Like that's
and everybody's picked Boston.
Yeah, I know that. And then also the fact that like Luka, who was in the running for MVP, I think he's the only one that he really should have. and then he constantly gets overlooked. I don't know. It's the
AJ Lawson,
thing. There's the way
Markeith
that
Morris.
the way that this team has come together, watching the chemistry is so good. It's undeniable. Like, and then me realizing how much of the nation is rooting for us at this point now. Like, even though we're the underdogs and a lot of people are picking Boston to win, it doesn't mean that's who they
I think
want to
most of the
win.
people is rooting for Mavericks to win. They would
No,
love
they
to see
are.
this story be completed with the Mavericks championship, unless they are Boston fans or from Boston. Like,
I mean, we took out the top seeds
yeah,
every one after the other. And
yeah,
so I don't know. I'm just proud that they made it this far, honestly.
yeah.
Like, and Luca in finals mode that's a whole other beast.
I sort of got Instagram love targeting ads for me. There's like this company that makes like it's called like best plays or whatever, and so like they do it for like almost every sport and every team, but it's like the drawn plays, the X's and O's, and it shows like it,
Yeah.
and they make like mugs, and they have stuff for like Dallas, like they have Dirk's layup in the finals, a lefty layup,
Yeah.
but they also have what did he say? What did Lucas say? Go home or like stop talking. Whatever he said to
No,
the
the
crowd.
fan, he said, "Who's crying now,
He
bitch?"
has that. He has that as a play after like the three he made or whatever. He
Yeah.
says that who's crying now, bitch. He has that on the
Yeah.
thing as a mug, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of clean.
Yeah.
But like he goes, I
He's a
literally I
menace.
giggle to myself because like
Yeah.
bro, like I've said multiple times aloud while watching Luca during this playoff run, this man is insane.
Yeah.
Like lock him up.
No.
Like he goes into and then like I watch that and then I like go back and like watch like Dude Perfect videos where he's like uncomfortable and like the one like because you saw when he pulled up with like during the regular season he pulled up it was Christmas Day when he pulled up in a cowboy hat and boots
Oh,
and
yeah,
he
yeah,
said
yeah.
horny toad.
Yeah.
That was all because of Dude Perfect video and they asked him to do it because they gave him the hat and they gave him the boots like official
Yeah.
boots to be a Texan. I'll show you it later. And it was like the horny toad is a part of the quiz. He had to guess what the animal was.
Right.
And he's like he got it right as a horny toad. But it's also like before like the main dude of Dude Perfect,
Yeah.
showed Luca the 4 venomous snakes or poisonous snakes of Texas, and he was like, "Oh, now you know it is." Pulled out 3 big like Tupperware things with lids on them. He was like, "I'm gonna lift this up, and you have to tell me which one is venomous." And Luca was like, "There's not snakes in there, is there?" And he's like, "No, there is." And like he kept not wanting to do it, and then eventually pulled it up, and there was actually 3 snakes in there, and he ran. None of them were venomous, but like
Oh.
he was like, "You have to put the one over the lid over the one that's venomous."
No.
He was even scared like of an armadillo. They gave him armadillo. And he's like, I don't know what that is. Don't touch
I
it.
don't know what that is.
And he's like, oh, it's cool.
Do they not have weird animals in
They
Slovenia?
probably do, but like
Well, I don't know.
armadillos are weird, bro.
They
Like
are.
I used to love them, and I still do. In Treasure, Texas, like that is one thing I like about
They tear up
Texas.
your yard, though.
But they look kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Like it's like unrattling
Yeah.
sometimes. I don't know. The world looks weird sometimes. Like trees. You ever see like an ugly ass tree? No offense to trees, I love them, but like they got bumps in all of them, and I'm like, ooh.
I don't know.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I can't think I've ever seen an tree I've
I'm
considered ugly.
like it has like barnacles on it, like kind of like a whale does. You know what I mean?
Where are you at that there's
And my
barnacles on
people
trees?
have seen the barnacle trees. Barnacle trees. I like to think of
I feel
Barnacle
like that's
Boy.
gonna needs to be a title of a song or
Bar-
an
barnacle
album.
trees.
Yeah.
That sounds like a strain of weed. I'm smoking a barnacle tree. Give
I
you
don't
the
know.
goosebumps.
I've never seen an ugly tree, so you're
I have
alone on
seen
that
I have
one.
seen some beautiful trees, but I have seen some ugly trees.
Seen one. I
That's all
can't
I'm
help you
saying.
out there. Sorry.
Well, I'm not asking you to help me out. I know what I know, and what I know is there's some ugly trees.
I'm just imagining the trees because they talk to each other. They hear you. I
I
hope one whacks you in
I
the face
I
when you're out.
if scientists came out, if World Health Organization came out and said, I don't even know if they'd be the right company to do this, but they said trees secretly talk to each other, like
They
and
do talk to
and you
each
could
other.
no, I'm being like audibly, like you could hear it,
Oh,
like they think like what makes like a tree like screamed when it got cut down. I would not be surprised. I'd be like, that's a little crazy, and I'm gonna be a little more frightened when I go out, especially in forests. But I'd expect it. If you can shit, you can talk.
okay. Have you not seen? There's the TikToks where like people go out in nature and like They were by the trees and they like say hi to him and ask for like a hug, and the tree like reaches like.
No, that's crazy. You're on some creepy TikTok side. What?
It's not creepy. It's just like them like
Whoa,
saying hi
literally
to
one
planet Earth.
my biggest fears was, VeggieTales when they did the Lord of the Rings spoof and they had those creepy trees.
Yeah.
That scared me for like months.
Okay, I don't want to hear it. I grew up with Poltergeist and the tree coming through the window, and I still kind of have nightmares about that.
I grew up with a bunch of scary movies.
Oh, that one was pretty bad.
The Ring, The Grudge.
I didn't let you watch those on
I
your
didn't
own.
watch.
I
I
didn't
didn't
let
know.
you.
No, my cousin forced me
did
to
that.
watch it. I didn't want to dox her and say her name, but she forced me to watch them, and I had nightmares. And literally, for most of my early childhood life, I could not sleep with my feet not covered because my cousin said if your feet are uncovered, the Grudge will come and snatch you.
Yeah, she really
And
liked
so now I
terrorizing
think
you.
habitually I curl up because of that now. Thank you. Anyways, go to Mavs. You've seen like that like artist that's been drawing the Mavs and like every anime character and like usually like anime, but he's been doing the Mavs for One Piece, right?
Yeah.
You see, he did a new one this like today.
No, I probably haven't.
He did Josh Green. And guess who? Guess who you got? Josh Green. It's a Straw Hat.
Not Zoro?
And Zoro's Kyrie.
Oh, Chopper?
That would be really interesting. A Chopper Josh Green. But no, it's a Usopp. It looked really cool. I'll show you later, but it looks really cool. Which
I feel
actually Josh Green has been pretty efficient on his threes.
I'm just saying he gives Chopper energy.
Does he?
Yeah, I feel like he's very lovable. Wait.
I guess. No, he is lovable. I was like, I really don't know who would be Chopper. Because Kyrie's Zoro, Luca's Luffy. He has Derek Lively as Aokiji. He has Daniel Gafford as Frankie. He has Sanji as PJ. I mean, there's no women on our team, so none of them could be Robin or
You still have the energy of them.
Yeah, you could.
I don't know.
For
I'm
sure.
tired.
Yeah.
I'm always tired.
Literally, I don't know if that. I don't. I'd like to go back and see if I started yawning before or after you said you're tired, or it was like in sync.
I don't know. Maybe it was together. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. It's just like not firing on all cylinders at all.
Very good.
That's part of the reason I like a topic, because
that's fair.
Like it gives me a jumping off
I
point.
like a topic. I just don't like to be rattled, strapped down to a topic.
Yes.
It's kind of like the way it was during school with like writing, and that's one of my favorite. The only time I liked writing in school, and they only really did this that I can remember in elementary school, and only some teachers did it, was like, it's free writing time. And she like lowered the lights, play music, and she was like, all right, 30 minutes on the clock, and you just have to keep writing. There's no matter what, just keep writing. Does that have to make sense? Just keep writing.
Yeah.
And that was like my favorite thing. Or they just let us write whatever we wanted. And I just let my brain creatively do whatever it wanted and fire on all cylinders, compared to write this in this structured format. And if it's not in this structured format, you're a bad writer, and I'm going to give you an F. That's ridiculous. That is damn near cruel and unusual punishment. I know I use that too often.
You really do.
But I like it. If I like something, I'm going to use the hell of it. I'm going to use it until I don't like it anymore. Yeah. That is one thing. But like, I feel like if more teachers would just let creativity flow and not let there be so many barriers and limits on whatever they're teaching, more students would be happier, like be more inclined to learn.
Yeah.
Because I think most people genuinely like learning. It's just the format in which you learn is kind of problematic, I think, in the USA school system.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any way to compare it to other school systems.
Yeah, I can't compare it. I mean, I hear good things about others, but I don't want to speak on them because maybe there is there's faults.
Well, no, school here is designed to produce workers. That is all it's for.
Yeah,
it's almost legitimately.
Like
I want to say it's
system.
Henry Ford, because before that, school was kind of like optional. You didn't most of the
unless
time.
You were black, then there was no option.
Womp womp.
Did you just womp womp
like
to black writing?
No, I'm just saying, like, I was making a point, and you were like, but not for black people. Like, and I mean, yes, 100%, completely unfair. I don't even know what
that
to.
News reporter, he literally womp womped. I don't remember what it was he want to, but it was outrageous.
It's not that. I mean, I just I don't know. He like totally
You
derailed
were
the
saying the
train of
school
thought.
system used to not be like Henry
Well,
Ford
no,
or
I'm
Henry Ford.
traumatized now because you're right. Like black people weren't allowed to learn for a really long time.
Yeah, it's and I want to get back to if you remember what you were saying, how school used to be, but that is something to think about, like the rights women and black people and people of color. Um, I can't even name them all. It's crazy how only recent some of these things are.
Oh, I
Like
know.
some of them as recent as some of the NBA teams you watch being established. Like it's like
Well, what's crazy is that the only reason I don't even know why they allowed women to start reading and learning. I don't know. Like, yeah, no, that's a legit thing, right?
why did they change their mind?
Why don't? But like, once they did, the whole purpose was to get a husband.
That's wild.
Like, what is it? Mona Lisa Smile, that movie. That's what it's about. Like,
I don't know that. Really.
it's they're in college, but really it's like a stopping off point until they get a husband.
That's crazy.
Like, but I was gonna say before that, school was for white people.
Yeah. For my whites, it used to be better. Maybe.
It wasn't like it was mostly done at home or whatever, right? Or like
Yeah.
within the community. And I think it was only like a few hours a day because they needed them to work the farms.
Yeah.
So it was optional, right? Because I mean, if you think about it, like Dolly Parton, she's talked about how her dad did not know how to read. That's why she does the reading program she does. Because they were needing to work land and provide for the family. But then Ford came in, right? Henry Ford came in and like, oh, I need workers, for my assembly lines and stuff. And it was if you give a structured school system,
Yeah.
it teaches them how to be productive workers. I don't know. Now I feel like, I mean, you just like, it doesn't even matter what I just said because it just goes back to the black people weren't even afforded the luxury to be made to be productive.
I didn't even like rail it on because when you were talking, I was like, well, actually, it's not even just white people. It's only white people who had money. Because that was a big thing learning that like there was a lot of it still is commonalities between the poor white person and the black person in America.
Yeah.
Big differences still regardless, but there's similarities in what
Yeah.
they're afforded. And I don't think school is always free. I mean,
I
it's still
don't
it's still technically, I
remember.
don't think it is, especially with
I
all the things you have
mean,
to buy to be successful inside the school system,
there's
especially regarding college.
if you think well, okay, even before college, you talk about the more affluent a neighborhood is, the better the school systems are because the taxes, like they can afford better what's the word I'm looking for? Resources, you know?
Yeah.
Um, which that's why people are like, oh, we want charter schools because then everybody has, but even then those are problematic. Like it just we should have universal education all the way through college.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it should be, but they don't want us to be educated because again, if you're
They want to keep
educated,
us
you
dumb.
have ideas. And that's a dangerous to people in power. And they don't want free college because then they don't have people to fight their wars. Like, so it's just, it all comes down to capitalism, is really what it comes down to. There's my favorite thing to say.
If you could, that is your word. It's your Pee Wee Herman. If you go to any fictional school, attend any fictional school, what would it be?
Hogwarts, obviously.
I didn't even think about that. I thought I was gonna like, oh, what about Daria's, or what about like Wagstaff and Bob's Burgers, or even like Arthur with Mr. Burns, or Springfield. But
No.
Hogwarts makes the most sense. Damn.
Yeah.
Or
Although a lot of people
My
get,
Hero. I'm back on the show, but that means if you're in My Hero, if you're in that one, you got a quirk, especially if
yeah.
you're in the good
But
class.
both of the, well, I mean, if you're in Hogwarts, you have magic. So, like, same thing,
Yeah, I
right?
know, but I'm not like on the same.
But I was also say both of those, you have a high likelihood of being unalived. So,
And I know this is crazy, and I have a good chance I'll probably die, and I haven't read more of the manga, so I'm only caught up where the anime is. But I would love to go to school with Yuji and
hmm.
Jujutsu Kaisen. But yeah, from what I've seen, I'd probably kill I would probably get killed.
But if we're looking at like not dangerous schools,
I really would love to be taught by Burns, and I mean like from Arthur.
Mr. Radford?
Am I saying Burns?
You're thinking
I
Simpsons.
know, but I feel like Burns is also someone else. Either that or Magic School Bus, because I can go to adventures every single day, whatever school that is. With Miss
Um,
Frizz. I mean, I'd have to have
yeah.
Miss Frizz. I didn't think about that. There's probably other teachers who are like hell, and there's kids in that school who are like hella jealous. They like sit in class and they hear like the school bus play
The
and they
bus
hear the
startup.
bus start up. I'm like,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
These getting going adventures, getting go inside people, getting going learn how the science works, and over here learning my ABCs and 1+1.
I was trying to think if there was any other fictional
I looked up a
schools.
list, but like wherever I said Daria,
I don't
that you would
know.
like Sunnydale High from Buffy.
No,
Um,
because there's a good chance you're going to be unalived.
I would like Wagstaff from Bob's Burgers. Just because if it's the same people there from the show, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Um, whatever school is in what's the one about the two sisters that you really love that I need to watch? That has what's his name from Supernatural?
What? I'm
Was
sorry.
you weren't even listening to a
I got a
single thing I
text.
just
I'm
said.
sorry.
That doesn't matter. It's a podcast. It's a two-way thing.
You're
Gilmore Girls,
Gilmore
Southern Prep,
Girls. Oh, actually,
or McKinley High School from
look,
Glee.
look, right? Gilmore Girls is problematic in a lot of ways. It is very palm colored, right?
Yeah.
But Stars Hollow, why would you not want to live there? I mean, aside from the fact that it's mostly white people, but if you could make it where it wasn't, and just keep everything else, like that is where I'd want to live. I mean,
I mean, the real answer is Hogwarts. Like, I'm not even getting upset with you. Like, that is anything about that. Especially like I haven't finished the game, but like they talked about other Hogwarts, like in Nigeria and like other places.
other magical
Mad
schools,
schools,
yeah,
not Hogwarts. I would love to see like the other
yeah.
schools, but either Hogwarts or wherever Gumball goes to school. I really, if it's the same people, I loved. I mean, there's like a talking banana, Banana Joe, man. I love Banana Joe. I would love to get out of algebra and get to talk to a talking banana.
Yeah.
That would make school so much
I
easier.
don't know. I think also when you say school, my mind just like immediately goes, no, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But
No,
like
thank
the
you.
ones we talked about, I would love to. If that was my school, I would love to go to school every day.
Sure. Sorry.
But then again, like one of the best cartoons is about being off of school, Phineas and Ferb.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
104 days of summer vacation. Them brothers never went to school. Summer was all time long.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I guess Hogwarts again, just because, yeah, because Christmas, there's floating candles in the air.
Yeah, and the ball, the Yule.
Yeah. So,
That would be a nice one.
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I do know what's wrong with me. It was, if you're a man, your sensitive ears, you can close them.
Close them.
Yeah. My periods are just getting worse and worse as I age. Before I go into menopause, that's really terrible, and I literally feel like the world is crashing down on me and ending for days on end, and I'm still kind of like I'm not in that completely anymore, but I'm coming on the other side of it, but I'm still my energy is just still really drained and down, and it's just not fun, and I don't I thought they were bad when I was younger, and it's just so much worse now. And I'm not, I mean, I'm looking forward to not having them, but I'm also not looking forward to menopause because I'm already having hot flashes. I'm like hot all the time now. And like, I used to be cold all the time, like
Yeah.
cold. And I would have to cover up. And now it's 70 degrees in our house, and I feel like it's still not cool enough.
Not if, but when we get rich, that MK BHD, that YouTuber I talk about, or I've been playing recently, the tech dude.
Yeah.
He like has a sponsor, and we like even though it gets like $300 off, it's still hella expensive. But like he's one of the things that sponsored him is this company that makes a cooling like mattress.
Yeah.
And, like it's like and it like helps like it does your sleep score, and it's like so high tech and so like responsive. We're getting both of those.
Yeah.
Because I would pay anything to have a temperature adjusted mattress.
Yeah.
And it like even has like snoring detection, and it'll like raise your thing if you're snoring, which I don't snore. I don't think you do either.
I do when I'm not feeling well, like when I'm really congested.
Mm.
But that other than that, no.
But it can also just do positions in general. Sometimes I like to move my body in weird ways.
My thing is like when I say I am so hot all the time, in the middle of the night when if I have to get up to go to the bathroom, or even before I go to bed, like the last time I'll use the bathroom before I go to bed, I take the water bottle and I spray my entire body down before I get back in the bed.
So you get hot all over.
Yeah.
I just
Like,
get
it's
hot
not.
in like from my body though, like lower body.
No, it is
And so like
everywhere.
I should sometimes I don't know.
It's not fun. I am a walking heater now. And so as somebody who's very neurodivergent, the reason why this is like even worse is because, you know, I already struggle with regulating like myself. And then you add in being hot when I definitely should not be hot.
You can only regulate your emotions. You can't regulate your temperature.
I can't. Yeah. So it's just like really, really uncomfortable
Use that
and not
1-2
fun.
combo. Oh, it still is Hogwarts or UA or whatever. Or if it's going like plain, someone like Wagstaff. But one I forgot, and like I thought I had the DVD up here, but I don't. I looked up the name. It's in the title of the movie. Sky High.
Oh yeah.
Sidekick.
Yeah.
Especially, I'd love to kick it with War and Peace.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Sky would be cool.
I guess she's a villain, but what's her name?
Yeah. What is her name?
Oh, what's her name?
She's in Scott Pilgrim.
I
too.
know. I'm blanking on her name. It's like 4 names too.
Elizabeth something.
Oh, it's right there. Elizabeth. Is
it Mary Elizabeth?
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Ah, biggest crush.
Yeah.
Throughout my whole life, she was there for me from Sky High to Scott Pilgrim to Birds of Prey. She's
I don't
to
like
then
her
Scott
anymore.
Pilgrim again. I don't care because why you don't like her is out of jealousy.
It is out of jealousy.
And I can feel it. I can say the same thing about Ewan McGregor, but I choose to love Ewan McGregor because it's Ewan McGregor. And you should feel the same about Mary was Elizabeth Winstead.
No, I don't have to feel that way.
She's an icon. To me. She
is a really good actress, and
she is.
I'm sure she's a nice person.
I feel like she's my generation's. What's her name? Who's the actress who's like really known for being in nerd stuff? She was in Galaxy Quest, I think. Who's the main actor?
Talking about Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver. I feel like because like she's been in so many like hit like
I would put her on the level of Sigourney Weaver.
But I meant like she's in like those like iconic kind of nerd movies or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you know what I mean,
Sigourney Weaver. I've never seen Aliens, but I get that like that's a big thing.
Yeah.
For them, but like Sigourney Weaver's done way more different stuff.
Would be probably Margot Robbie, but Margot Robbie's done more than Sigourney.
Well, they're the same. Actually, I think Margot is younger than her.
Than who?
Than Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
No, yeah, I meant Margot to Sigourney, not Margot to Elizabeth.
Maybe.
But I said even that Margot's probably way more popular than Sigourney Weaver was. Maybe by a little bit.
Ghostbusters?
I know Ghostbusters, but Harley Quinn
Working Girl?
and then also you got to think she literally started with I still haven't seen it yet. What's that Leo movie? Wolf of Wall Street. That was her start. Was Wolf of Wall Street. That's insane.
I'm not gonna.
And then she gets Harley Quinn.
I'm not saying that Margot Robbie couldn't get to that level, but I'm not gonna argue that she's there. No.
Tanya.
Like she's there yet.
The worst.
But she's definitely on that trajectory.
The worst film you said she did was that concussion thing with Will Smith that like I completely forgot came out.
Either. So, but she is like she's on that trajectory, yes, because of the fact that yes, she's doing like nerd stuff too, and like these like big budget, but she's also
Barbie.
Yeah, she also has
she's there.
Dakota.
She's not passive, but she's there.
She's also has the range. I feel like the same, and
I wasn't even thinking about talent. Yeah,
I was thinking talent. Like
I was thinking popularity. I wasn't thinking about talent. Sorry,
I was thinking both. Like Sigourney Weaver is like, she's still I
forgot she was in Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
that's my bad. I only thought about Aliens.
No, Aliens, Ghostbusters, so two huge franchises, and then she's just been in so much stuff, and then she's so good. She's such a talented actress. Yeah, she's so yeah, I definitely think that Margot will get to. I mean, she's not far from it. I'm not saying she's far from it.
I think she's at it. And I only think she's at it because I forgot about Barbie. Yeah. And Barbie is literally one of the biggest films will be one of the biggest films of this decade, the 2020s. It will be one of the biggest. And I know we're only in the first half still, but I mean, it's Barbie.
Yeah.
Like I still think about that movie.
Well,
And I actually I played with some of the Barbies when I was younger. I'll admit it.
yeah.
I liked action figures.
No, I
All
definitely
it was
played with
just another
Barbies.
version of an action figure.
No, I think about the fact that movie solidified my love of Ryan Gosling, and I
Oh,
didn't. I'm gonna
that movie made
admit,
me no, the movie that really like turned me because I was kind of like not opposed to Ryan Gosling, but I didn't understand it until I saw Nice Guys, and I really love Nice Guys.
yeah,
But Barbie like solidified like yeah, this dude's pretty great.
yeah. That's what I was gonna say before La La Land and Nice Guys. I was like, I guess he's a typical decent looking white man, right? I didn't. It's because all I really knew him from was The Notebook before that, which is a good movie, but I'm just like,
I still never seen that.
I don't, like I don't know,
I seen the
right?
auditions for Notebook, so a lot of people use the Notebook as good
What is
audition
it?
to it.
But watching La La Land and then Nice Guys, and I was already kind of there, like, yeah, Ryan Gosling, I get it now, I see it, and then Barbie just kind of put it over the edge, and then watching him in interviews, like, he's just really funny,
Yeah,
like naturally funny, and he's so supportive of his wife, and I really like that we know they're together, but
they're
we
not
don't
always
know.
in the public eye.
Yeah, I
They're just
just
having a
like that.
relationship because I feel like celebrity
I feel
relationships
it's very
shouldn't
much
always
like
be in the
Tom
public
Holland
eye.
and Zendaya
Zendaya,
energy. Like it's although they're definitely more they can't help that though.
yeah.
Um I think the reason Ryan and Eva aren't that way is because Eva stepped back to she wanted to focus on the kids.
Wait, Eva.
Mendez.
He's married to Eva Mendes.
Yes.
Lucky bastard.
No, and what's so funny is that
What?
there's an interview.
No, now I feel the same way that you feel about Mary. I feel about Ryan. I don't like him anymore.
What is it?
That's not fair.
No, like have you not seen the interview?
You don't get to be that funny and that talented and married to Eva Mendes. You don't get to have a perfect
He can
fucking life like
sing,
that.
like sing.
You don't get to sing. You don't get to do a
And
movie with Margot
dance.
Robbie. You don't get to be Ken. You don't get to be that. You don't get to be white and male and have all of that. You were what?
I know.
Gross.
But what's funny
Disgusting.
is, are you listening?
Disgusting.
Listen.
Who took a shit in the toilet and didn't flush it? Ryan Gosling did. Because he can do that.
Yes. Listen. So there's like several interviews where people ask him who his childhood crush was, and it was Raquel Welch, which I know you don't know her.
No.
But if you look up Raquel Welch young, it is literally he married his crush. Eva Mendes looks like a younger Raquel Welch.
It's not at the same level as Benny Blanco getting to be in a relationship with Selena Gomez, but it's still like that's not fair.
Eva Mendes, especially like in Daddy Daycare.
No, I meant
like,
not the same level as like how did you pull that off?
Well, no, we know how.
I yeah.
Like we said, we understand.
I love Eva Mendes from doing Ghost Rider. Funny enough.
Yeah. No, I as I said years ago, I didn't understand it, and it's just because I hadn't seen enough of his work. All I had ever seen him in was The Notebook, and that is it. And then seeing the like more goofier, funnier side to him in things like because even in La La Land, he's kind of goofy in that.
I need to watch that.
And
I love Emma Stone.
It's just, and then when he just went all in as Ken, like it's so. I understand why he didn't win because of who he was up against, but I also understand why he was nominated.
Last thing I want to say before like that, like I for sure want to say before we end this, biggest what if couple that like I think the world couldn't handle if they actually existed, because everybody would look at them. It would be Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson. Because weren't they together?
I don't know.
I swore they were together.
Well, no, it's her and Ryan Reynolds.
Her and Ryan Reynolds. That's what I was thinking of. That's like insane. That would have been insane. Like their babies would have been superhuman. I think they should have tested them if they had babies.
Yeah. No. She like knows several languages too?
Of course she does.
Yeah.
Because she's ScarJo.
Yeah. So her getting with Colin balances things out.
I actually see Colin pulling Scarlett Johansson because the Colin Jost is pretty.
Well, he's funny.
He's funny and he's just a great dude.
I think a lot of guys underestimate how being genuinely funny is really
and a good human.
Yeah. Well, being
not a
kind
jerk or a pervert or
like not being a nice guy. That's not really a nice guy.
Without I say, not being funny and like being a nice guy is not just gonna get you any woman you want, but it's definitely a plus.
Well, I'm just saying being kind, not nice. Being kind. If you're a kind guy, if you're a kind person, if you're funny, like I do think that
you're nice
women. I just know for a fact I have known guys that were attractive physically, and then I got to know their personality, and they got uglier and uglier.
It's the same with women. If you're an ugly person inside, that will crawl out and make you ugly outside to people.
That's like when someone says, "Oh, when I was younger, and they would say you look like your mom," and they thought it was a compliment, and I'm like, I'm not taking it as that,
Yeah.
like at all, because to me, even though physically, outwardly, if you just saw her, I guess you would. It's hard for me to even say that she's attractive because I know what the person on the inside looks like, and it is not
There are some
attractive.
grapefruit ass people in this world.
Some what?
Grapefruit ass people?
I think I know where you're going, but
Grapefruit is one of the prettiest looking fruits, but it is gross. Have you actually had a grapefruit? It sounds amazing too. Ooh, it's a grapefruit? So it's not even just a grape. It's this other thing that looks like an orange, but has this blood orange color. And you bite it, and it's this gross, bitter, weird, sweet taste.
Yeah.
Like, what? Gross.
Yes.
Same with the coconut. You actually, like, try to... Like,
I've never had like an actual
coconuts
coconut.
like seem like so cool Hawaiian, but you get one, it's like all hairy.
Yeah,
like,
that's probably why I don't
it's
want to
like,
touch it.
what is this?
No, thank you.
Who thought of cracking this open and drinking the white thing inside? Pause. That's gross.
I'm sorry.
And that's my fault. That's my bad. That's on me. That's on me, baby.
Yeah. So I don't even know where you're going on that. I'm just saying, funny will definitely pull.
Yeah.
But like, you have to actually be funny. There's a lot of people that think they're funny and they're not funny.
That's the worst person who thinks they're funny and they are just not funny. That's the only time bullying should be allowed.
The only thing I hate, like that I struggle with on here is still the masking when we're on here.
Yeah.
Because in real life, when I'm not like being videoed, I'm so funny.
I also think I just realized a thing with that, and because I thought when you said that to me, I also think funny comes in so many different forms, and some people have just like different funny cues or like funny languages, like the things that that are funny between you and me or like funny between you and your friend aren't gonna always translate that on camera to the mass public. And some people's like funny isn't the general funny, it's just more specific funny and it hits harder. And like the jokes I make with some of my friends are different than the jokes I make with you or like I'm funny with. Like,
is this your way of saying I'm not funny?
No, I'm saying you're funny, but I feel like your funny doesn't thrive.
I'm funny off of people.
Yeah.
But I'm not funny on my own, like by myself.
I don't think I'm funny on my own.
No, you are.
Okay, I'm not gonna clip this because I don't want to sound like a dick. But I do think I can make people. I find that I make people laugh more than they make me laugh.
Yeah.
And I mainly laugh at like media or other things than actual real life people. And it's sad. I hate that. I used to laugh all the time, like hurting laugh. But I haven't like I rarely hurt laugh anymore. But hurting when you like laugh and it hurts, that is some of the best feelings in the world.
I don't normally only get those like when I'm up late with somebody that I care about.
Yeah.
And some like you're talking about the inside jokes. I can do that with you. I can do that with Natasha. I can do that with my sister. Speaking of, I didn't want to end this until we gave a shout out.
Quinn. I almost said it earlier when you mentioned Quentin. I was like, Quinn.
Yeah.
Quentin.
No, we need to shout out our like hardcore ride
Shout
or
out
die.
Landon's been really active on
supporters.
Patricia, Landon.
Quinn, Danny, my sister Kelly, my friend Natasha. Like, seriously, I swear to God, we'll post something and Quinn or Danny are like on that right away. It's super, it just feels really good. I mean, obviously I would love it if more of the people that knew us in real life, you know, those people that when Andy was sick, when Andy was dying, they're like, we'll be there. We'll help you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Right. They're not the ones doing that. Like, I just wanted to give a shout out to them because
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, I keep meaning to on other
And
episodes, and I just forget.
We should do that more often. That's how we should wrap
Well,
it up. We should do our shout outs.
Yeah, I
Either
made
it's
me think
people
of
or things or books or movies.
What is it, the podcast that you follow where you comment and you've talked about how they've shouted you out a few times for being supportive and being there.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, we gotta start doing that when for the ones that are actually there.
Grow more of an audience, I'm gonna ask the comments to leave something. That's my favorite thing. I love interacting.
Also, if you're on our TikTok, please comment on it because that helps push it out into the algorithm.
Hey, if you're
just liking it right away.
If you're watching this, comment something that made you happy or made you laugh.
Well,
what's the last thing that made you laugh?
Right. I'd also like to start doing like kind of like the Ask Me Anythings, you know, do an episode where we have viewer questions come in and we answer those.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we have to get
There's
more viewers to do that.
There's a lot of things I want to do when we have more viewers, but like to the point, we should end these. We should start ending these with like shouting out people, things, or stuff we love. So for this one, shouting out those people.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shout
I
out our
really, really
peeps.
appreciate you.
Um,
Seriously, it helps keep motivated.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah.
and then I don't know. I felt weird not having basketball for almost a week. It's
We're
very
about to
weird to
have
me.
it.
I know I'm trying to not to be anxious
That's why
about it.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Last time we didn't talk about it anymore, good things happened. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna talk about it anymore. I
But
thought, you know what? This was one of my favorite episodes. Like this was one of my favorite episodes. And I don't know
I'm leaving it feeling dumb. So,
why.
because I always feel like when it's not kind of structured, I feel like I don't know.
I guess we're differently that way. I don't know.
It's the combination of the ADHD and autism. I want the freedom, but also the structure. So, I don't know. Also, just because, I struggle with feeling like whatever I say isn't important. So,
Well, it is.
to you.
That's all that
And
matters.
hopefully to you.
I love you guys, and I love you.
I love you.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back.
To the back.
Podcast. Peace out, A-Town.